Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Finding Your Joy. Paula Vail here. I am so happy to welcome today a dear friend. She's awesome. She has done a few shows now, and we have so much fun. Anahata. She is the founder of Angelic Healing. She does so much, and today we're going to be talking about goal setting and all kinds of fun stuff. So first off, let me say welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Paula. It's so great to connect with you. As always, sending blessings and love from Sedona, which is where we met. And that's where my Angelic Healing Center is based, right here in Sedona, offering all kinds of magical services and retreats and inspiration and support for people on their healing and awakening journey. So thanks for having me. It's always fun when we get to co-create together. So,
oh, I'm just so honored, and I'm also so excited to share you with my new network, KKNW. Oh, all my Pacific Northwest friends. Oh,
wonderful. My pleasure.
Yes. Well, tell everyone a bit about yourself, those that have not heard your shows. Give my new listeners a bit of information about you and perhaps even your website.
Wonderful. Well, my name is Anahata Ananda, and I'm based in Sedona, Arizona. And the Angelic Healing Center here is just a profound resource for people on their healing and awakening journey. The website is shamangelichealing.com, and there are courses and retreats and online educational programs and all kinds of services and tailored experiences for people on their healing and awakening journey. It's my devotion and my honor and my dharma, meaning my soul's passion, to support people on their healing and awakening journey. So and that's how we met, is that you came here to Sedona, and we just had this wonderful session and experience. And it's my passion, and this is a wonderful place for people to come and experience deep core healing, and also stepping into their dreams and into their power and manifesting their fullest potential into reality. So I've been here for many, many years and been doing this work for almost 2 decades. And I'm excited to expand that and reach out to your audience so that they know that there's an angel here in Sedona that can support their journey.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And what was so fun when we met, I go to Sedona on a regular basis. It is like my favorite place on earth. I see flyers everywhere of different practitioners, whatever. And it's just that I saw something on Anahata, and it's like, Source just said to me, you need to contact her. And I did, and she made the effort to see me, and it was absolutely spectacular. So that's how we met. We're just...
Yes. The divine intervention, the angel just said, hey, these two earth angels need to collaborate and become dear sisters. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're so welcome. Well, I'm excited to hear your sharing about our topic this show, the goal setting and strategies for success. Tell us your thoughts.
Okay, so what I'm going to share with you and your audience today are 7 strategies to really manifest and your goals into reality this next year. We're at the year end. It's time to really get clear about what you're envisioning for 2018 and beyond. And so I'm going to share 7 strategies for going for your goals and really manifesting them into reality. So 7 tips. Let's start with number 1. And since we still have a little more time at the end of this year, this is a great time for reflection, Paula. So number 1 is reflect on this last year, or maybe even this last chapter of life, which might have been a few years or a decade. Maybe there's some big changes happening or some things that big shifts. And so the first thing before we go setting our goals is to reflect on what worked in this last year, this last chapter, and what didn't. So we get really clear about what we want with an understanding that sometimes it takes looking at what didn't work this year and where there was epic fails and maybe things that went backwards instead of going forwards. And it's just as valuable to look at those things that didn't go well this year or in this last chapter, so that we can identify, okay, well, I know what I don't want. Mm-hmm. And also it kind of helps us to identify, I want the opposite of that. If I didn't have great health, well, then I want great health. If I had chaotic relationships, well, then I want better relationships. If my business went through a down, or my career kind of went through a downward spiral, okay, well, then let's use that to focus on what is the opposite of that and what is a better version of what I experienced this year. Where could it be improved? Because we all had some great victories perhaps this year, and maybe some things that weren't so excellent. So reflecting on what worked and what didn't is very valuable so that you can really identify your yes and what you do want. Yes. So number one is really taking some time to reflect on that, which helps. I don't know, Paula, I'm sure, I don't know what happened with you this year, but there were probably some, oh, yes, this was amazing, and other things where it's like, oh, not that again. How did I do that again? Or, where there was some disappointment, which is okay, but we can learn from them. Before we go planting new seeds, this is a great thing to kind of weed the garden. Yes. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Because we can reflect and, okay, this is a step on my journey that, wow, that was fantastic. Here's a step that maybe I shouldn't have taken, or something that came that I had no control of. Okay, and I acknowledge it, I learn from it, and then I can step forward from today with a positive mindset of more of that positive journey. Yes, I love it.
Absolutely. And that's the part of reflecting it, because then we can learn from our mistakes. We can learn from maybe those things we didn't have control over. Then it's like, okay, well, then I can plan ahead for some, the path curving and unexpected things. And I can have a little bit more awareness that unpredictable things happen, and how can I plan ahead for success and learn from the challenges that happened this year. So number one, reflect on what worked and what didn't. Okay. Number two, dream big. This is really, really important, so that, you can step into seeing yourself with the best health of your life, and dream big. This is the time not to have limited thinking of, oh, I don't have the money for that, or that'll never happen to me. This is the time to get that limiting thinking out of the way and step into unlimited possibilities, and give yourself permission to, well, what if there were no limits? And what if anything was possible? What would I dream for my health? What would I dream from romance? What would I dream for my business, or as a parent, or as a leader in my community? What are my big, big dreams? And so step number two, or tip number two, is really to let yourself dream big. Visualize it. See it happening the best shape of your life. What does it feel like if you're in vibrant health? What do you hear when your business is very successful? You might be accepting an award. You might be hearing a happy client. You might be seeing your bank account go up. And give yourself permission to see it, visualize it. What do you hear? What's happening with your heart? How does it feel? And the more you can let yourself envision and dream and feel the yes happening, the more quickly we're able to manifest it into reality. This is law of attraction kind of stuff. Yes. And not to let your emotions get involved. Dream big, see it happening, feel it, smell it, taste it, and let your mind imagine it already here and now. And our other interview on quantum manifestation goes even deeper into this. But this is very, very important. Dream big, feel it, hear it, envision it, and let yourself see it happening already.
Yes.
In whatever area of life that is, whether it's romance or health or business or parenting, friendship goals, in all of these different areas, visualize it, dream it, feel it, taste it, smell it, and let your emotions get really, really excited about it already happening.
Yeah.
Even if it feels like I'm so far from this weight goal or health goal or finance goal, it starts with envisioning that it and knowing that it is possible. It starts with your feeling excited about it.
I love that.
I know this is something you do. You and I both do this, Paula.
Yes. Because our thoughts create. I mean, they put that energy out there.
Right. And everyone that is successful, whether that is an entrepreneur, whether they're successful in business, whether they're successful, whether it's a professional athlete, people that are in fitness and that are achieving their health goals, everybody uses this success strategy. Dream big, see it happen, visualize it. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3 is identify a clear intention. So we want a mantra or a statement that says, I experience, I enjoy, I embody vibrant health. My services provide deep soul nourishment for millions of people. My best-selling book is positively affecting millions of people. Abundance, abundance flows to me effortlessly with ease and grace. So we want some positive intentions, Paula. We want it stated in the present, and we want it positive. We don't want to say, I am going to experience, or someday I will feel. And we don't want to be saying any of the negative stuff that isn't working. So we want to state it nice and positive, very concise, with a lot of enthusiasm and in the present moment. And so, I have a daily intention that I say every day with enthusiasm, and it includes all of my intentions for fitness and for health and for business and for romance, all positive and all in the present moment as if I'm experiencing it right now. So this is your intention, your prayer, your daily mantra. So do you use that, Paula?
Yes.
Okay.
And I do speak things in my daily mantra in the positive,
So will you share with us one of your mantras, one of your positive intentions that you use?
One is, I say yes to my physical health in 2017.
Wonderful, wonderful, fantastic. And one of mine is, abundance flows to me with ease and grace. That is one. I am a rainbow bridge between heaven and earth, shining, inspiring others to find their bliss and their joy. So you can use these positive intentions every day, and you should have that written down, definitely. And it's something that you want to be saying every day. So state your goals in the positive and in the present, definitely. And you're likely to have different statements for different areas of your life, your fitness, your health, your finances, your romance, your business goals, all of that. So make sure to have a clear, concise, positive, present intention.
When we say yes to that manifestation, we open the door to it, don't we?
Right. And you want it written so that, and you want to be able to repeat it over and over so that when people ask you, hey, what's going on with you? You've got your intention ready to speak out into the universe over and over and over again. over lunch when you're talking on the phone with somebody, in business, have it posted, have it posted around you to remind you to say your daily intentions, because that also helps bring it to you. And along with that intention, we want to be stating it with as much enthusiasm as possible, because it's like, I experience vibrant health, I'm abundant, I experience love, love is running to me, the love of my life is coming. You know that that's not going to attract it very quickly. The universe doesn't hear a mediocre vibration. The universe hears passion. The universe hears yes and enthusiasm. And it also hears repetition. So having your intention nice and clear and concise is going to be a very valuable tool for you. Okay, number 4, this is the motivation to reinforce what your goal is about. Why is it so vital? Why is it so important and necessary for you to achieve this goal? Who benefits? What changes when you experience vibrant health? You live longer. You get to experience your children or your grandchildren. As an example, who benefits when you're a best-selling author? Well, the people that read my book benefit. When I'm really launching my nonprofit for the environment, well, the environment benefits, and 7 generations after this benefit. And so it's really important to have a clear understanding and a reinforcement that someone and something will benefit. And this is why I must achieve it this year, and that it's not optional, because the universe is waiting, and there are people, including yourself, that will benefit. So it's really important for us to have that underlying motivation of, why am I really doing this? And it's not just to fit in the skinny jeans. It's not just to have a lot of money in the bank account, because who benefits when you are achieving this goal? So that's really important, that extra motivation of, why am I doing this in the first place? Because when you have those days where you're kind of, wobbling about your motivation, is kind of wavering, that's the time to say, that says, hey, my readers, my listeners, my future depends on this. The planet depends on this.
Yes.
Other people will benefit. So that will maybe help get you motivated on those days where it's a little more challenging to motivate yourself. Well, let me do this for somebody else. So that is number 4, tip number 4. Number 5 is to identify challenges that might get in your way. Every successful person also looks at, where might there be an obstacle that could sidetrack me, which might be my fear. It might be motivation. It might be money. I might get lazy. So there might be competition in the marketplace. Whatever it is, it's very valuable to identify what might get in the way. And when we're looking at that first step, when we look at reflecting, that might be some tips there of where we had a hiccup or a downward spiral, or kind of a course correct, where it was an obstacle got in our way and it kind of sidetracked us for a while. Let's look at those obstacles in advance. That, hey, if I'm trying to get fit and, sometimes I just don't have the motivation, then we want the strategies here to help overcome those challenges. That might mean I might need to acquire or an ally or an accountability buddy that helps me every week or every month. And we say, hey, let's go work out today. Or, hey, did you do those things to move forward your career? Or did you take those steps for that nonprofit organization? Did you take care of yourself if you're working on self-care and self-love? So that you can perhaps identify some strategies that are going to help overcome potential obstacles. Let's plan in advance for success. And successful people always do this. Always They're looking at what might get in my way and let me plan ahead for success. So that if there's an obstacle or a challenge, I already have a strategy in place to overcome that.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. Because, you know, this is planning for success by being aware of potential failures.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, it's not, oh, I don't want to be in the negative. It's like, yeah, distractions happen. Sometimes we have those, you know, low motivation days. And so what strategies can you put in advance for those days that aren't so great or when you have an obstacle? It's kind of like having a repair kit, you know, a tire, a flat, you know, a spare tire in your car, because sometimes you get a flat tire. That's planning ahead so that you're not stranded on the side of the road.
Great analogy. Yes, because, and actually that reduces the fear and gives us more confidence in our plans and moving forward. Oh, I love it.
Right? So let's have that extra support, you know, that extra cushion of money, you know, that extra support team or whatever it is that would help you overcome potential obstacles. And sometimes we don't see those, and that's okay. So, but if we know that sometimes those hiccups happen, how can I plan for success in advance and, you know, have some strategies to help overcome some challenges that I might be facing in the future? Okay, wonderful. Number 6, we are going to need a support team. Okay, so that's going to be allies who also want you to succeed. So have your support council and let them know, hey, this is my goal and I want you to know it. Would you be on my support team? And some people are going to be coaches, you know, mentors, maybe that have gone down this path and achieved the success that you're looking for. So you might bring on your team a coach or a mentor or somebody that has achieved that success. And if it's in the area of fitness, well, then we might have a fitness coach. We might need a financial advisor. We might need a business strategist to kind of help navigate some new territory. Who has been there? Who has achieved the success that you're looking for? And let's have them on your team. And we might also need moral support. And so we might bring on our team that says, hey, I've got this big goal that I'm working on this year. Will you be available for me when I'm experiencing a challenge, just to provide some moral support? Will you be my cheerleader? Will you remind me to get back up again? Will you remind me of why I'm doing this? And so sometimes we need to kind of have our support team on board in advance. You might create a mastermind that meets virtually or in person every month that kind of shares your goals and your challenges, that provides moral support and encouragement or ideas or strategies to help you move ahead. And so having a support team is really vital so that you're not feeling like you're doing this all alone, and you have people, you know, when you're down, that help bring you back up or that will help you navigate new territory. And this is also where we bring in our spiritual counsel, Paula, and you and I both know how important it is to have spiritual guidance. And, you know, your support will also include angels, guides, you know, your higher self, God, whatever that is for you, spiritual support team that helps you guide the way when you're not sure what to do, that helps provide faith when you might be in fear otherwise, that helps bring in a calm, peaceful energy when you could be going into fear or doubt or panic. And so your spiritual support will also be vital at this time, so that you have financial advisors and coaches and moral support and spiritual support to, you know, have your back while you're moving forward. You know, and everybody that is successful has their team of strategists and advisors to help them navigate the success.
Yes.
So how has that worked for you in the past, Paula?
Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. And it's great with, the 3.5 years of shows, the friends and the, connections I've made, and we support each other. It's a beautiful thing. And then, of course, I love the angels.
Yeah,
Oh,
right. And look at where you might have a weakness that says, hey, if I'm not so great with tech, so technical, well then I might need to have on my team a technical support person. Yeah. And if I'm not fantastic with social media, well then I might need to hire somebody for that. Yeah. And if somebody's experienced this success and I haven't, well then let me read their book, let me take their online course, let me follow those people that are achieving the success that I want to have. So having role models here are also on your support team.
Yes.
So wonderful. Contact and build your support team, in all of these different areas, because you might need somebody that is an attorney to help navigate building a nonprofit or a new business. Or a fitness coach. You can ask for help. And this is, everyone that is successful is always in that place of saying, where do I need support to help me with my blind spots, or when I wobble, or who can give me advice in an area that I'm not an expert in this. And it's okay and necessary to surround yourself with those that can support you for your win, for your victory.
We have about 2 minutes left in the show.
Okay, great.
What last would you like to
Number 7, reinforcement. So have your mantra and speak it daily. Every day, your guided visualizations. So see it, feel it, taste it, happen. See it. There's also reminders that you can put on your phone. There's there's vision board apps and where you can put your mantra in there. And so look download an app on your phone that is, positive affirmations and vision boards. You can also create a vision board, put reminders on your refrigerator, put it on your mirror, put symbols around your house that remind you of what you're going for. Yeah. And so reinforcement, daily mantras, daily visualizations, reminders. I put a reminder on my phone at 10 in the morning, 2 o'clock, and at 8 p.m. Oh, visualize your dreams. And a little reminder, and I go onto my phone and I download images that really inspire me. And so reinforcement, online courses, books, content that really is going to move you in the direction of your goals. Reinforcement is very important. Not just January, okay, I'm going to go for my goal, but every day we want to reinforce that so we don't just move off and forget what our goal was.
Here's to everyone having just a fantastic year next year, and, making those manifestations just come through.
Yes, you can do it. You can go for the goals in your life, and these 7 tips will help you. And I'm so grateful for Paula for hosting the show today and bringing her goals manifesting into reality so that these are benefiting, her goals are benefiting the listeners and the viewers of the show. So grateful for this opportunity, Paula.
Oh, and I'm so happy to have you with us. And to everyone out there who may be listening on KKNW AM, you can watch the interview as well on YouTube and other areas. You can check out my website for information on that.